Supposed to be in the 60s today. Good morning, my loves. Yeah. Good morning. We're in the home stretch. Let me get to getting. Gotta take that to the dumpster. Gotta take that to the dumpster. I got some more of those to do together. Taking that to the house, that to the house, that and that to the house. And then we got all of this. We got all of this. And I'm finna go through and do a second swipe for what I don't need. All of this. And we got all of these. All of that. So, we getting there. One thing I'm going to do whenever I get back from dumping all this stuff, because I'm going to have to make 2 trips, is I'm going to clean my bathroom all the way down. I'm going to clean it like I just moved in here today. And then I'll feel like I have accomplished something. So let's get this day started. Yeah. Oh, still got to clean that out. This comes from me overcooking. This is vegetable soup. It comes from me overcooking. I got most of that cleaned out, so I just need to really just clean this out. I took everything off of the shelves and just put it right here so I can go in and clean that out. Yeah, okay. So that gives you a peek at what's going on. And so let me get to getting. My sister gave me these. And I done bought both of them. I'm sorry, Kathy. Well, and I don't have my microphone on. I am really upset about breaking those 2 sculptures that my sister gave me. This thing is packed to the ceiling. And I gotta go stop up here at Publix to meet my sister D and get her Range Rover key, an extra key. And I want to make one more trip today. Just go over there, dump this, and then go back to the house, come back over here, and then go back over there. But I bet whenever I get back, the police officer gonna be done parked into loading and unloading. But I'm gonna try and do it anyway. All right, y'all. I'm just talking to myself. All right, y'all. It is 4 o'clock. This is about to be the second trip over to the house. My poor little den. Baby, when I said I'm piled everything up in the den, I done piled. When I get over there, I'm gonna show you. honey, when I said I piled everything up in the den, I don't put everything in that den. Everything. So, but I gotta get up tomorrow. My back hurt. But it's not because of the, I got a pinched nerve. So it's not because of the move I already had that backache. I gotta make way for the movers to bring in the sofa and love seat. They're just gonna drop it in the middle of the living room. I still ain't took my TV off the wall. I'm gonna have to let them take the 65-inch off the wall. I can take the 50-inch off the wall. What else? I'm seeing some light at the end of the tunnel, y'all. I am seeing some serious light at the end of the tunnel. I got all of my canned goods and the things that was in the pantry. I got it back there in a crate, and I gotta pack up those jars for my sister and wash them out. And I got a little bit left in the bathroom that I got straightened up, and then I need to pack up all of my jewelry. I need to pack up all of my jewelry, put that in something, and I gotta clean all that stuff out of the cooler. When I was on my I'm not drinking kick before, not this one, but I decided I was going to get non-alcoholic wine and non-alcoholic beer and all the other stuff. Baby, I got about 4 bottles of non-alcoholic why I say non-alcoholic? Do it say non-alcoholic or do it say non-alcohol? Either way, I got what's that, a music on? I have 4 bottles of that in the cooler. I got 2 bottles of prune juice in the cooler. Yes, I drink prune juice. It does make you regular, but for some reason I'm one of those people that I like stuff that a lot of people don't like. Like I like beets. I love beets. When I say I love beets, especially the pickle kind that's a little slightly sweet. Love beets. Every time I go to Golden Corral, I go to Golden Corral for the beets and the chicken liver. I love chicken liver. And so I got prune juice. I actually am not I'm not against prune juice. I mean, I understand the benefits of it, but it's not something that I just think is just nasty. I just don't. I just am cool with drinking prune juice. I'm not gonna just pour it up like apple juice or grape juice, but I like prune juice. So I need to cool out the cooler. I still have not cleaned out. That's what I'm gonna do when I get over here. Go in the laundry room and take all of that stuff out the freezer and put it in the garbage can. It's probably gonna smell, but I still gotta make way for, because I got fish, and I already showed y'all what all I got in the freezer, and I'm not gonna throw that away, especially the fresh fish that I have frozen, and that big old thing of vegetable soup that I have frozen. I'm not going to just toss that. So I gotta come over here, clean out the freezer and the fridge, and then after I do that, I'm coming home. I'm gonna lay down because I'm gonna be back up tomorrow. The movie's not coming until 4 o'clock, and I'm gonna get up tomorrow and get as much as I can, because truth be told, after tomorrow I don't want to come back over there. I really want to just drop my keys and damn, I gotta clean out the darn storage. Rome was not built in a day, Chloe. You got 3 days. You got today, you got tomorrow, and you got Saturday. Just breathe. All right, y'all. Let me get back to listening to my my book, and I'll catch up with y'all in a little bit. The water is back cold, and so I went and looked at the fuse box and discovered that one of the fuses, well, the fuse that goes to the water heater is bad because it keeps tripping. You know how you can go back and forth like this, but when you go back like this, it'll stick, then it'll go boop, then it goes back a little bit. So I need a fuse, and I don't feel like getting that today, so I don't feel like stopping at Home Depot to get that today. So what I'm gonna do is get up and get it tomorrow, and change it out. This refrigerator is really not as bad as I thought it was. And then I remember before Mama went in hospice, that's when I say cussed me out, she cussed me out because I came over here and started cleaning. That's whenever she first went into the hospital, and they was like, she can't stay by herself and she needs to go on hospice. And so the guilt in me would not let her go into a facility, and so I said, well, I guess I'm gonna have to move back home. And it's so funny because I signed my lease on the 12th, and that next, I think it was Tuesday, following week, I moved back over here to take care of her. well, at least I tried for a couple of weeks. I couldn't deal with the I couldn't deal with the rodents. I couldn't deal with the roaches. And so me and her had a big falling out because I told her, I said, I can't deal with this. I can't do this. And so I had just signed my lease and moved back over here for 2 weeks and started cleaning. Started cleaning some stuff up. You couldn't see up under the cabinets, but so much of the stuff that was under the cabinets threw away. I mean, a lot of stuff that she had up under the cabinets just threw it away. And baby, when I say she showed her ass, baby, she showed her ass because she could still get around a little bit. So what she would do is, because I live in, I had to go back home. I couldn't do the roaches. And so what she did was, it was me and one of her church members came over here and started cleaning. Because of course at first she didn't want nobody to come visit her because she didn't want nobody to see what her house looked like. And so when her church members came over, really it was 3 of them came over. 2 of them was in there, kept her company, and then one of them was helping me clean up, the kitchen and stuff. So we threw away a lot of stuff. We filled up that green can with a lot of stuff. And what she did is she waited until after I left. And baby, when I say she called me and cussed me out, I think I still got the voicemail. She called me and cussed me out. Told me to get over here and get that trash can back down. Bring that trash can back down here, because I done threw away all her stuff. And then she told me, she said if I didn't come do it, she was gonna call the police on me. So, because that was a Sunday, they come pick up trash on Monday. I mean, she cussed me out. And so then she called Mr. Thomas, because Mr. Thomas is who takes the trash up to the street every Sunday. He lives 2 doors down. And so she called Mr. Thomas and told Mr. Thomas that he better go up there and get her. 5 o'clock in the morning, this man in bed with his wife. He better go up there and he better get her trash can and bring her trash can down the street, because Chloe to them threw away all my shit. And he was like, Miss Castleberry, the trash can is full of food and all this other. She did not care. She made that man get up at 5 something in the morning and go up there, pull the trash can back down here. Because she told him that if he didn't do it, she was going to call the police and have me locked up. And he did it. She called me, cussed me out. And trust me, the stuff that I threw away was stuff that me thrown away. And I didn't come over here for a couple of days because she was calling me and just acting a donkey. I miss that lady. Even with all the cussing and fussing, I miss her. Because them last little few weeks before she passed away, when she was up because eventually I had to take her to hospice. And she was in hospice right she was in hospice right across the street from the hospital where my daughter was born, George Baptist. And well, on the back side. Well, no, it's the front side. And them last few weeks is when I got the mama that I wanted all my life. That's whenever I got the I love yous. And well, let me back it up. When she first got up there, she was still cussing me out. She got mad at me because they're not allowed to have their checkbook or credit cards, driver's license. They're not allowed to have any of that in hospice, and it's for their own protection because people coming out stealing stuff. And so she was mad because I had taken her checkbook, driver's license, credit cards back with me. And she showed her butt on me. It was 3 of her sisters up there. Her best friend was up there. She showed her ass. And I'm like, Mom, do you really think that I'm going to take anything for you? I said, for the last 5 years, really more than that. I said, for the last 5 years, I said, I've been in charge of your checking account, your savings account. I come over here, pay all your bills, and then I print out you a statement from your bank. And never have you looked at that statement and saw where I have taken anything from you. And I just ran out the room. I was so hurt. She blasted me out in front of everybody. So I just ran out the room. And her best friend came out and stopped me. And because I was sitting at the end of the hall, and her best friend came out, and she said she had went off on her. It's so funny because nobody, her best friend was the only person that would tell her off. But they had been friends since before I was born. And her best friend told her that she needed to stop treating me like that. And her best friend told her, she said, that girl been there for you all these years, and you just talk to her so nasty and so ugly. And her best friend was like, no, come on back in the room. And I went back in the room. I just sat on the sofa while they was gathered around her bed. And when I got ready to go, I walked over to her. I kissed her. Next day I came back, brought her checkbook, her purse, her wallet, and everything. And then her favorite nurse, it was a guy, his name was Reggie. But he got there. He had a talk with her, told her that it was for her benefit not to have stuff, her money or driver's license or anything up there because you can't trust people. So she sent it back home. And after that, she became the mother I wanted all my life. She was nice. We talked, because I used to go up there every day. We just sit and just talk and everything. And she had gotten to where she would come out of her room and get in a wheelchair and she would wheel herself out into the lobby area, the visitors area, and she would sit out there. She would look at TV. I took her some crossword puzzles, took her a coloring book. Made sure she had her game solitaire on her phone, and take her something to eat because she didn't trust some people. She was sure they was gonna try and poison her. And come to find out they were not poisoning her, but they was giving her meds to make her relax without her knowing. Me and my sister figured it out, found it out. And that's when we went and got her and brought her back to my sister's house. That's where she passed. She passed at my sister's house. But yeah, those last, I said last, that was, she went into inpatient hospice in April. She died the first semester. She was up there maybe about a month or something like that. And so that's where, when I say blow kisses, that's where it comes from. It comes from those last few weeks. That was how we would tell each other bye. Whenever I was getting ready to leave, she would blow kisses and I would blow kisses. And I got the mama that I wanted on that last, I say, month or so. And I miss her. I miss her. I miss her a lot. I had my days where, when she first passed away, I felt like such an abandoned child. I didn't know what to do with myself. I used to just ride around in circles, and weekends when I'm used to being over here and grocery shopping for her, I didn't know what to do with myself. And it took me about 6 or 8 months to really realize that she wasn't coming back. I ain't gonna say realize she wasn't coming back, but for me to adjust to the fact that she was gone forever. And I still have my moments. I still have my moments. Dealing with my mom is how, why I'm not so judgmental about people who stay in relationships that are toxic. Because now it's more common for people to go no contact with their parents whenever there is, when it's very tumultuous. And but I stayed. I stayed and I took it, and no matter what she said or she did, I still loved her. And sometimes I felt like I almost felt like, I don't know how to describe it, but I can't really describe it. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, she was your mama, that's different. Yeah, but I just understand how people, especially if it's not like a physical abuse, I understand how you can still love a person even though they don't treat you the way you want to be treated. And that's why a lot of people, when I talk about how our relationship was, I've had people to ask me, how is it that I can miss her considering what we went through? Still love her. And I miss her. But I especially miss the mama that I got those last weeks. Me and my sister say so often, why couldn't we have had that mama? our whole lives? Why do we have to get just a taste of what we wanted? And then she gone. So I say to anybody that has a child, that's why I don't talk to my child any kind of way. I don't, me and my daughter, I do consider her my friend. I never want her to feel like I felt. And that's why my daughter, she can tell me anything, she can talk to me about anything. I want us to always have an open line of communication. I never wanted her to be afraid to talk to me or afraid to tell me things, because I know what it's like. We are almost in the home stretch. I just got this little nastiness to clean. One day at a time, because I don't even want to look back in now. Jesus, I don't want to look back in now. Guess I get to live for another day. Okay, sister. My dusk to dawn light bulb is on. I just turned it on. Yep. I was going to go home and do some more cleaning, but
sunlight on less gloomy days. Style-wise, the aesthetic wasn't what I was expecting.
I think I'm gonna go home, take me a hot bath, and chill. And I pray that I left something at the house. Y'all, I might not even have any clothes at the house to change into. I might have to wash this, 'cause I don't feel like going back there to the house, in the house. If y'all see me with the same thing on tomorrow, just know that I washed my behind. And not only did I wash my behind, but okay, I got some deodorant in the house, got toothpaste in the house. I washed my clothes, because if I don't have anything at the house, because I just took a whole bunch of stuff over there. I just took all my shoes. No, I got a whole another box full of shoes. Whenever I get in here, get situated, I'm going to donate some of these shoes, because some of them just for show, because me and these unless I can lose some weight and get it back, me and these knees, baby, these knees be hurting. Once I get in here, I might do a good run through and get rid of even more stuff. Me and my sister D, when I went to meet her to give her the keys to her. Here come the rain. When I went to give her the keys to her, get up at Publix, get her keys to the Range Rover, we was talking. She was saying how much at peace she is now that she is. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let me put this on because I know you're gonna catch everything if I don't put this on. There we go. So now you're gonna be catching the windshield wipers and the rain and everything. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Hopefully. So talking to Dee, she was just saying how at peace she is now that she's moved, into the house. It's nobody but her. Um, and she says how she come home and it's quiet. It's just a big difference from where I am now, where we were. And she was just saying how peaceful she feels. And she says she's got a lot of stuff that she didn't even bring in the house. It's all in her garage. And she's going to go through it and make sure. I forgot I got to clean out that storage. She's going to go through it and make sure that she said she's going to do another swipe through. And, that's what we was talking about. How, first of all, we was talking about we don't understand how we got all this stuff in the house. She had a 2-bedroom. I had a 1-bedroom. And when you get ready to move, that's whenever you realize exactly how much stuff you have. And she was saying how everything is in place. Her house is all neat. It's clean. It's not cluttered. And that's why she was saying she can't believe she had all that stuff in a 2-bedroom. Now she's in a 4-bedroom. And it's a 4-bedroom or 3-bedroom. No, it's a 3-bedroom. And so that's why whenever I get over here and breathe, I'm gonna do the same thing. Because right now that den, I didn't even show y'all the den. Everything that was in the house is in the den. Everything. All right. I don't feel too good. I feel kind of nauseated, to be quite honest. I'm not sure why. I don't know. Anyway. I'll close this vlog out for now. And, real quick. It used to be a time, y'all, let me tell you just about me. So it used to be, my head look a mess. It used to be a time when I could not drive in the rain. Not only could I not drive in the rain, I would literally be paranoid and would cry in the rain. If I had to drive in the rain, it was rain, especially when I was working for Avaya, and my job was probably about 30 miles from where I live. And when it would rain, I had a list of people on standby who I either would call or would call me whenever they knew it was raining. My sister, my friend Billy, one of my Eastern Star sisters, Vanessa. People driving. I can't believe it's raining. These people driving crazy. My Vanessa, and as soon as they knew that it was raining, they would call me because they know. I don't know what it is, but I used to. I'm a lot better now. But being on 285, and if you're from Atlanta, you know what 285 is like. Being on the expressway and all of that traffic, and then it's raining, I used to just feel claustrophobic. I used to feel paranoid because for some reason in my mind, I always would think that, okay, it's going to be a major accident. Somebody going to come back and going to hit somebody in the back, and it's going to be a major accident, and I'm going to be stuck in this car in this rain for hours. And even usually I would have to crack the window to ride in the rain. And I don't know why it is, but I did. And even whenever I'm riding with somebody, I don't care how cold it is, I used to have to crack the window. I don't mentally, I was saying in my mind, I was saying, as long as I got that little crack, I have an escape route. Don't ask me where this thought process came from, why I was like that. I don't know. But if I'm riding in the car with somebody in the passenger seat, I would literally have to crack my windows just a little bit, and that little crack right there that I can barely put my finger through, that crack was going to be my escape route if we were in an accident or something like that. Baby, I don't know where it came from. That was crazy as hell. But driving in the rain, I would literally be crying tears, and so somebody had to call me to talk me the whole way home. Oh, I forgot, my boyfriend at the time, him too. All right. um It's raining. It's 5:48. This traffic is crazy, and I'm just gonna listen to my book. It's just 5:48. It seems like it's like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, but I guess it's the rain. Anyway, I will holler at you guys a little later. Love you. Bye.